Today's workshop is going to be about designs in Command, which is where you can find marketing materials like flyers, door hangers, postcard templates, social media graphics, and more to help support you promoting listings or promoting you or doing lead generation. I'm going to show you how to get the design section set up, like how to preload your company logo, your team logo if you have a team or personal logo, your headshot, and more. So I'm going to go ahead and start sharing my screen. Can you see my screen? Good. Okay. So I'm signed into Command, and don't forget, you're going to go to agent.kw.com to sign in. You can click this red KW in the top left corner to see all the applet titles. We're going to be working in designs. It's the third option from the bottom. The designs you see right here on my page are because I've already been working with these templates. If you've never been in this tool before, you might not see anything here in this section yet. To get started, we're going to click Create Design in the top right corner. And today we're going to be working with social media and print designs. I'm going to go ahead and click on Print and click Continue. Great. As you can see, it's defaulting to the first category, KW app and my app. It tells me on the top of the screen what types of print materials are available for this type of piece of marketing. Jumbo postcards, flyers, letter sized, large postcards, and standard postcards. I can click on one of these and it's going to give me the options of that size. So that's how it works with all these categories and then these options across the top. At the very top of the screen, you can click into My Designs, which is again designs you've already worked on. And you can also preload your logos, headshot under Assets. You also can preload your color palette. So if there's a specific color that you use for your branding, you can load that here. If you don't know the RGB number, use these arrows right next to RGB to select whether it's a hex code or HSL number that you have. And then you can type in the number for that color there. These are the colors that I've added. You can also add fonts or upload fonts. Click Images, and you can upload headshots or other frequently used images here. Maybe team photos if you have team photos. Text, if you have some frequently used text, like my signature type information, my bio I have in here too. Logos. So this is where you can upload the Keller Williams logo or your brokerage logo as well to have easy access. And how you're going to do that, by the way, is just by clicking this upload button here and then importing from any of these places. Elements. So if I want to upload stickers, objects, shapes, icons, and more, And then we don't really use, honestly, elements, videos, and files very much because videos you can't use in the print materials, right? Okay. I'm going to go back to templates here, and I'm going to show you all how to work with a listing presentation. So we're going to go to listings. I'm going to click on listing presentation. It's going to give me all of the different templates that I have to pick from. They're all the same size, only one size option is showing up, booklets, letter. I'm going to go ahead and select this very first one. And to select it, I click this use red button in the top right corner. All right, listing presentation template. So it just has this cover page right here. Where are the other pages and what do you do next? So it's pretty small, but in the bottom right corner, if you click on this pages button, you can see all of the pages included in this template. So if you want to start editing the next page, you just go ahead and click on it. It has instructions on how to edit this. This listing presentation template is designed for you to customize in any way that best serves your business and the specific needs of your client. Every section has been written and designed so as to highlight the intended purpose of each page. This content is meant to be customized based on your business, unique value proposition, specific market, and other factors. Feel free to delete pages that are not relevant to your client or business. Carefully review all the written content so that you are aware of which sections require your customization. If you neglect to update and personalize the content included, your listing presentation will not be accurate. In sections where numbers such as sold units or closed volume are included, feel free to choose your best value story, either your business, your market centers, or Keller Williams Realty International. If you need assistance obtaining any of the numbers, please contact your market center leadership. Okay. By the way, this looks kind of small. If you want to view this bigger, you can use these zooming in and out buttons to make it a little easier to see. And I can scroll up and down. Okay, so now that I have read, and the first page only says listing presentation template. I'm going to go ahead and delete this. You click this meatball menu on this page, so the 3 dots, and we're going to click delete on that first page, and yes. And then the instructions, we read those, we don't need them, so I'm going to click the meatball menu on that page, and I'm going to delete. All right, and then this next page is the very first page that you can tell we want to edit. A customized consultation exclusively prepared for and client name. All right, I'm going to put my client's name here. All I did was click on the text, and then I deleted what was there and typed over it in the text box. Now, this photo doesn't really match what homes look like in my area, so I'm going to replace that with a different type of shot.
Dito ako maulahi diri. Gastos magid ni.
Okay.
Oh, sorry.
It's okay. Okay, so now I'm going to click on that photo because I want to swap it out for something else. I can go to images on the left. I can click add, and I can upload from my Facebook a page that I manage from my Google Drive, Dropbox, or from my computer. I can also click on workspace. And this gives me stock photos from KW. So I can click on house interiors, for example, and see what photos are in here. And these are all okay to use. Keller Williams owns the copyrights for them. I'm going to go ahead and do house exteriors, and let's see if there's a shot that looks like it's in San Francisco. None of these so far. All right, I'm just going to use this apartment building right here for this section. Actually, here we go. And I'm just using this replace image button. It's these circular sort of arrows over the photo that I'm wanting to put in its place. So again, main photo is selected. And then I hover over the photo I want to replace it with. I click that replace image button that shows up. And then it's going to resize it and everything for me. Headshot. I'm going to go ahead and click that headshot. I'm going to go to my assets under images. And here are my headshots. I'm going to once again use that replace image button. And then I'm going to put my first name and last name here. I'm going to click the text box, highlight it, type over it. Yourwebsite.com. I'm going to click this text box. Let's see. Just going to replace that first. Danielle.kw.com. Danielle.kyle@kw.com. And then my phone number here. Going to leave each Keller Williams Realty office is independently owned and operated, since that is our legal text. Royals Realtors is where you could put a team logo if you have one. So anywhere you see that, you can replace with your team logo. However, I don't have a team logo, so I'm just going to go ahead and delete that. Just clicking delete on my keyboard and deleting this little image block. The DBA name, so let's see. Now that I've selected that text box, I can swap it with the KW San Francisco logo. So I just use that replace image button. I'm just going to maybe make it a little bigger here by dragging the corner of it. And then down here at the very bottom, it's got the address. So I do want to make sure to edit that. One other way you can edit the text is by clicking the text box and then clicking this tool in the top. See these tools across the top. You can change the font size. Click the typewriter for an easier way to edit the text. Save changes. And then voila, those changes were made. Great. So all those changes were saved, and I can click on to the next page to continue editing this listing presentation. And I'm going to continue on like this on each page. editing all the things that I want to edit. So you want to probably replace this with another properties information or just delete this page. This page, we've got market snap information. In order to replace this market snap, I'm going to go to the KWLS tool down here, bottom left. I'm going to click snapshots at the top. And you can search by neighborhood name or by postal code. Let's see by neighborhood name. You've got to find the correct Sunnyside district. These are what's these neighborhoods are based on neighborhoods that are in nextdoor.com, and our data is pulled here from the MLSs. Looks like it's not picking up Sunnyside, so I can just switch that to postal code and use the postal code. Great, here we go. So what I want to do is make sure this is selected. And then I want to find the image on the left that looks similar and use that replace image button. And it will replace it to the exact same size, shape, everything. And I can make this just a tad bigger. Great. Looks good. And then, of course, you want to change the neighborhood name over here in this text box. And then you can drag the text box to make it bigger if that happens to you, where it kind of shrinks the text down and it looks like I need to reduce that font size just a little bit to make it fit. Here we go. And then again, you want to read through all the text in here to make sure that you are editing all the things that you need to, just like the instructions said. Average list prices have increased by 25%, days on market have decreased by 20. So you want to make sure to change this information. And then again, move on to the other pages and editing them. And that is how you can edit your listing presentation. You want to change the name in the top, this top bar here. Change your name. And then if you would like to share this with your client digitally, you have two choices. You can download it. You can send them this PDF. And you can do PDF standard size if you're going to be sending it via email. And then click download, wait for it to download. You can also use this share button. And you can share the project digitally. And make sure you've selected anyone can view. Take this link and you can send this link to your client actually. This is what it looks like. So here's the first page. I can click on and view the rest of the presentation digitally. So it's going to do one page at a time. It doesn't show it like a spread of 2 pages. And just want to add in there that as we're working on the design, the changes that you're making on the pages, they are automatically saved as we go. If you want to make sure that they're saved, you can go to File and Save. KW does have some things that you can get professionally printed through command, through whatever print service command uses. However, this time you can only get postcards or single-sided print materials printed through command's printer. And those would be shipped to you once they're printed. So again, make sure you edit all the pages, get this how you want it, and then download when you're finished. Next, I'm going to show you how to choose a template to promote a listing. So like a flyer that we're going to build. All right, now I'm going to click Create Design in the top right corner. I'm going to click Print and Continue. Okay, now I'm going to click on For Sale and Flyers Letter, which is a standard size that I could print in the office if I export it to PDF. I'm going to go ahead and click on this template right here and click Use. Actually, there is one step that I sort of forgot to do. So give me just 1 second. I'm going to get back out of here. So when you create a design and you have a listing to promote, there is a box that you can check right here, import photos and text from a listing. So you want to check that box. It's going to have you search for the property. All right, I'm going to go ahead and use this listing here. So we found the listing and now we're going to create the flyer. I'm going to click this one here in the middle. And it had a little blue text on the top that said your print material is available to order, and now this button shows up. Like I mentioned, only one-page print materials or postcards can be professionally printed through Command's print service. So if you wanted to order prints of the single-sided flyer, you can do that through Command when you're done. Okay, I'm going to go on the left-hand side to see text, logos, elements, KWLS support. Okay, so when I go to KWLS, it already has this listing selected. So let's say I need the address. It's right there. I can just look at it and type it in. So I clicked that text at the top. I'm going to use the typewriter for this. 260 Queen Street. And then save. And then here, this at the bottom. I can look at how many bedrooms, bathrooms. So I'm going to click this text here and click the typewriter. Change it to 2-bed. It is a 2-bathroom. It's 987 square feet. And it is priced at $999,950. Built in 2004. And here's the property description. So if I want to, I can take this text, I can highlight it all. And I'm going to click to replace that text. There we go, there's the description. Perfect, so I didn't even have to type that in. And then, you know, of course, you want to change that DBA logo at the bottom. When you click that, it should pull up your logo so you can easily replace your headshot. And of course, you want to swap out the contact information for your own. Great, looks good. So after this is all done and ready, you can download it and print it in your office. You can download as a normal PDF, print that in your office. You can order prints through Command by clicking this button as well. But that's just how easy it is. Oh, you know what? I forgot to replace the photos. Let me show you how easy that is. So I'm going to click this first listing photo. I'm going to go back to KWLS on the left. And I'm going to go to the top and select photos. Here are all the listing photos, so I can easily hover over the photo that I want and use the replace image button. I'm going to swap out the next photo for something different. Third photo. Great. All set. All right, and again, changes are saved automatically. I'm going to click done here. And lastly, I'm going to show you how to edit a social media graphic. I'm going to click on create design in the top right corner. I'm going to click social. If you're creating a social media design to promote a listing, you can select import photos and text from the listing. And let's see, I did get a great listing email the other day. Let me find this listing really quickly. Okay, here is the address. I'm going to go ahead and select this first listing. All right, and now I'm going to go on the left-hand side. It's giving me for sale, social wide, social square, social stories. I'm going to click on social square. And I'm going to just match the style that I've been using and click this one, the fourth one over, and click use. And I'm going to change the text instead of for sale to list. I'm going to have to stretch this text box out a little bit, get it to fit, center it. And then this border line at the top. How do I get that to format right? I'm just going to bring this show color opacity. So occasionally you might run into something like this, but you might need to make some adjustments. Let's see, I can't actually figure out how to get rid of that without just deleting it all together. You can use these undo and redo buttons also if you make a change and you decide, oops, I want to go back to what I had. Well, this isn't so bad. I don't want it to be connected to that border, but it is, so Just gonna leave it. I'm gonna change the address here by going to KWLS, making sure I've got my right address. I'm going to type the address in there at the top using the typewriter tool. I'm going to swap out this photo for a great photo of this listing. And then the text at the bottom. Again, going to use that typewriter tool at the top because it's somewhat easier to use. Let's see, you got to scroll down to the beds and bathrooms and then edit. 3 bed, 2 bath, 2,045 square feet. Price is $2,495,000. Built in 1910. Great. And the DBA name at the bottom. Done. That probably took less than 5 minutes. All right. That's everything that I had to go over today. We went over just about everything in designs, listing presentation, piece of print material, and a flyer, and a social media post. If you're wondering how to do a market snap, we did go over that in the first part where we were in a listing presentation, but it shows you how to get the market snap information onto a graphic. So I hope this class was beneficial today. Thanks for joining us for designs.